How's it going, YouTube? It is coming home, I agree. Skill Sports, how's it going? The football world, I'm going live on TikTok right now, yes. Jake, how's it going? FTBL report, England lineup is out. Yep, I saw. Hasbulla Goat, how's it going? Shushman, how's it going? J Faith, how's it going? Bartos first, how's it going, mate? Is it coming home? It is coming home. It's coming home. I'm so nervous for the game. I'm so nervous. I just want it to end already, honestly. Jaden, it's coming home. I hope so, man. I hope so. What's up, Craig? Shay, how's it going? Chat, let me know your thoughts on the lineup, on the five at the back. Let me know your thoughts. Alright, Liam? I'm alright, yeah. You confirmed them? Not confirmed yet, no. Who to captain? Big man Harry Kane. The only one you should captain. It's coming, Rome. Keep dreaming, mate. Keep dreaming. Oh wait, let me leave this page so it doesn't look weird for my chat. Anyway, let's open Chrome. Close that. Why who? Oh, he won't be starting. It's only a transfer. I would be starting Stones instead of him. Can we see your team? Oh yes, wait, let me sort out my team and I'll show you guys. My finalized team. Is Emerson not playing here? I'm not sure. I haven't seen leaks today, but it could be that they'll play Di Lorenzi on the left and Florenzi on the right, or the other way around. It's not confirmed yet. Let's have a look on Twitter. So if we sub Stones on, sub Ferran Torres off, and then I can show you guys my final team, or what I'm thinking of my final team. Transfer out, Damsgaard out, Marla out, Stecklenburg out, Giroud, Trippier, Chiesa, Mount. You're going to be seeing DM teams? Yes, as usual, if you DM me your team on Instagram, I'll have a look. I will only look at your team on Instagram, on the DMs, if you head over to my YouTube channel, which is FPL_Liam, and subscribe to me. And then you go to the chat for my live stream on YouTube and say subscribed, and put your @ on Instagram. Do you know if Chiesa, Emerson, and Mount starts? Chiesa and Mount will start. Emerson I'm not sure about, but we'll know in about half an hour. I'll see if I can find any leaks. Okay, I think this is the team. Oh, and then I just need to free up money. So then I go how do you say this guy's name? Castrovilli. Let's have a look. Send this over to myself. Give me a second. Who else is putting Mount, Barella, and Chiesa because that guy on TikTok predicted it? No. Has anyone ever told you that you look like Ed Sheeran? Thank you, mate. Yeah, identical, right? Spitting image. Chiesa is injured. Source on that, mate. Don't say random things. Give me a source. Oh, what's this? Where's my Chrome? Come on now. There we go. Let's go over. Much better. Hockey, thank you, mate. Emerson or Stones? It depends on whether you're trying to go for a more differential move. So if you're hopelessly behind first place, like 20 or 30 points, then you can go for Emerson and go for a full Italy defense. But honestly, I wouldn't go half defense unless you're top of your league and you're trying to protect your rank. Otherwise, I would go full defense from one team and bank on them keeping a clean sheet. Show your team. Okay, give me a second. Wait. Stay on for 5 seconds. I'll come back. Give me a second. What's going on? Come on now. There we go. That's my team. Chat, what do you think? Owen, you're getting muted for being a prick. Anyone who's a prick in the chat will get muted or blocked. It's blocking. Much better. When our team's out, in about half an hour. People laughing about Castrovilli. Look, he's not going to come on. The bench doesn't matter for the final. Is Emerson starting? He might. Let's have a look. Unit_football. See what he says. Is Bonucci to Trippier okay? Yeah, it's okay. Francis, you can get muted as well. No problem. Mods, where you at? Mute anyone who's being toxic in the chat. I can't lie, mate. You've won me my league. You're welcome, mate. I'm happy for you. Where do you get your stats from? fbref.com. Don't listen to the haters. I don't. I just want the chat to be a nice place. Are lineups out? Not yet, no. Shouldn't you play one Italian defender just in case? No. Basically, after having a nightmare last week, I'm down to 16k after being in the top 7k the entire tournament. So now I'm going to take a risk and go for 5 English defenders. Because then if England keep a clean sheet, first of all, hopefully that means we won. So I can enjoy that. And it will mean that I'll break into the top 10k because I'll get 20 points for my English defense. Is this your confirmed team? Yes, I think so. Why the guy on the bench? He's only there to free up money for me because I couldn't afford to do it. You've got me top of my school league by 60 points. Look at that, guys. Couldn't get a better endorsement than that for following my tips. Show the safe team. For a safe team, I would go Donnarumma instead of Pickford. So I have him on my bench. I would put him in. And then I'd probably put Emerson in, or Emerson if he's starting. If not, then Florenzi's starting. So I put Florenzi in for Stones. And yeah, that would be safe. Liam, you are the GOAT of fantasy. I'm not. There's so many people better than me, but thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Walker or Trippier? Trippier for me, because he'll play right wing back. And Walker will play right centre back. So you would expect Trippier to get far more assist potential. Because remember, Trippier also takes set pieces. Where are you watching the game? Literally in my living room with my family. Man, don't know what he's saying. Yeah, sure, mate. Walker or Emerson? Depends again if you want a more differential player or not. If you want a differential, go for Emerson. Otherwise, go for Walker. Walker's the better option in my opinion, but again, marginally. If you go back to the stats I spoke about in my video on my team selection, let me show you. England have conceded 0.54 expected goals per game, or per 90, I guess, because there's extra time as well. Italy conceded 0.82, so England's defense is, based on the numbers, better than Italy's. But that's also obviously skewed by the fact that in the semi-final, Italy faced Spain, whereas we faced Denmark. And we all know how many chances Spain create. But even before the semi-final, we were better than them defensively, even though we played Germany, right, in the round of 16. Also, the bookies give England a 5% better chance of a clean sheet, which it's negligible, right? It's only a 5% difference, but it still means you should go for England over Italy. The other thing is, because I'm supporting England, I'm English, if anyone asking. I just have a mixed of a American English accent because I go to uni in the US and I went to an American high school. But basically, I want to back England because I don't want to have mixed feelings if England lose or England concede. I want to be doubly happy if England win. Which 2 Italian defenders do I transfer in? I would wait for the lineups to come out, but I would go for the fullbacks, definitely. If you want to go 3, I would prefer Bonucci over Chiellini because his long balls are better. Trippier, Walker, Trippier for me. Even though Walker's probably more expensive than Trippier, Trippier's more attacking, so I would go for him. Serbia won the Euros. The Euros are on Pez, mate. I haven't seen Pez in 3 years. I was so surprised. Does bench get points? No, it doesn't. The only way your bench would actually get points is if, let's say, Pickford was struck by lightning at 7:59 p.m. Then Donnarumma would come in for him. Trippier won't even play. Let's have a bet on that one, mate. Let's have a bet. Is Trippier starting? He should do, yeah. And again, if we're going to find out the lineups in the next 20-30 minutes, if Trippier's not starting, I'll put Walker in for him. But based on all the leaks that have come out from the Telegraph and Sky News, which are like anyone who lives in England knows those are 2 of the 3 most reputable sources for football, they all say that Trippier's starting and England are playing 5 at the back. Which I'm not happy about, by the way. If we played 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, I'd back us to win. Now I think it's a 50-50. Would you pick Jorginho? He takes pens? No, I wouldn't take a player only because he takes penalties. If I had to take an Italian midfielder that isn't Insigne or Chiesa, I would take Barella because he's more attacking. You've got to trust the process, lad. Gareth knows what he's doing. If you think about tactically, right, Italy have looked much worse against teams that play 4 at the back. Look at Spain. Spain played 4-3-3 against them. That at times was a 4-2-3-1. And Preston a 4-2-3-1, which is exactly how England played against Denmark. And Spain with a far better team if you watch the game. So I think we should have stayed with a 4 at the back, play 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. Press on a 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1. We would put so much pressure on their defenders and hold possession for most of the game. But now, with a 3-4-3, that's perfect for Italy's press. So I'm worried, I'm not going to lie. Look at how Italy played against Belgium when Belgium played 5 at the back. That was perfect for Italy. So I'm worried. How do I change formation? Literally, if you want to change, let's say now I'm at a 4-4-2 and I wanted to change to a 3-4-3, then you would sub out a defender and sub in an attacker. That's how you change your formation. Exactly. A full English defense, wow, if it works out, you'll make massive gains, but it's risky AF. Exactly. I don't recommend doing this if you're happy with your rank. Personally, I couldn't care less if I finish 16k or 50k. The only thing that would be cool for me is to finish like top 5k. That would be quite cool. So I'm taking a risk because I don't care if I finish 50k instead of 16k. But if you're happy with your rank, let's say you're ranked 30k and you're very happy with it, don't do this. Go 2 English, 2 Italian, right? Don't go 5 English. But the thing is, remember, most people are going to go 2 or 3 from each defense, right? Which means that they're going to get, if a team scores and another team doesn't, they're going to get max 8 points from a clean sheet. Look at how many I'm going to get. I'm going to get 20 points from an England clean sheet, putting me at least 12 points ahead the average player. Steph, I can't say your full name because I think that's a derogatory term, so I can't say it, sorry. Do you really think there will be a clean sheet in the final though? Look, even if there's not a clean sheet, like let's say England and Italy concede, then it literally doesn't matter that I've gone all in on England because everyone's defenders will blank. If there is a clean sheet, I think it's more likely that that clean sheet is England's rather than Italy's. If Italy keep a clean sheet and England don't, I'm screwed, obviously. But I won't care that much. I'll care more about the fact that England lost. For people asking why pick Mount, because England are going to play a 5-2-3 or 3-4-3 depending on how you want to set it up. Meaning Mount will be part of the front 3, which makes him a very attacking option. If you wanted, you could go for Barella instead of Mount, but Mount has the far better underlying numbers. And if you watch England and Italy play, Mount takes the more attacking positions out of the two. So I would go for Mount over him. Liam, who's the best differential Italian captain? I would say Chiesa because he has the lowest ownership. But notice how everyone's talking about him, which makes me think his ownership is going to go right up. So I don't know. Because he scored last game, which is going to make everyone want him. Is it worth having a player that will come off the bench? No, it literally won't make any difference. Why is Walker not in? Because Trippier will be starting at right wing back, making him a better option. Why don't you have Saka? Because Saka's not starting apparently. Again, if Saka's starting and Walker's starting, I'll change my team up, right? I'll probably go 3-5-2 with Saka in instead of Trippier, basically. If you're picking only 2 English defenders who you're taking, I would go Luke Shaw and Trippier. They're the most attacking. They take some set pieces and they'll get crosses in, playing left wing back and right wing back. Do you have any Limitless suggestions? I made a video on the Limitless. Basically, if you're very low ranked and you want to go differential, I would go, instead of all my England defenders, I would go all Italy. Because you have to take a risk, right? You have to. Otherwise, you can just go for the same team as me. Or if you're ranked first in your mini league, you can play safer. You can go 3 England defenders and 1 or 2 Italian defenders and play it safe. It's a risk, and I'm captaining Emerson because he's only on 13 points so far. Look, it could pay off. It could pay off. But who knows? I thought, against Spain, Emerson did have a lot of space to run into, but it seemed like they were using him more as a decoy. They were almost never passing to him. They need to trust him more. Walker not playing? No, Walker is playing, but Trippier is going to also play. So Trippier will be more attacking than him. England 5 defenders instead of Mount. Yeah, but the issue is then, like, if Italy can score 1 goal, which, knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't happen, but if they do, that's half your team done, right? Completely done for. Mount can get an attacking return at any point, whereas Walker, realistically, he's not going to get an attacking return. I think Florenzi is a good shout. Yeah, for sure. If he's starting again, he's a good shout. Reece James won't start. Why do I captain Kane? Because Kane has the best underlying numbers of everyone remaining in the tournament, and he plays against the weaker defense of the 2 remaining ones. 3-back smart. Is it smart? Which midfielder or attacker would you go for with that extra player? That's the issue. I don't think Barella is more likely to get a return than Trippier, for example. So why would I not go for Trippier? Why aren't you with all the crowds right now, man? Why aren't you with all the crowds right now? I'm in Italy, so I would not want to be with all the crowds because they're all in favour of Italy. So I have no choice. If I could, I would be. Trust me, if I was in London, I'd be out. It's coming to Rome. You wish, mate. You wish. Mount is a dead pick. Mount has... Let me show you. Again, anyone on my YouTube stream can see this right now. Oh, my computer is actually so slow at the moment. Wait, let's force quit some apps. Mount has 0.4 expected goal involvements per 90 compared to, I think, Barella, who has 0.17. So obviously you're going to go for Mount over him. Mate, if you cheer it, England goal, the Italians... Mate, luckily my house in Italy is in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's no one around, so no one's going to hear me cheer. So it's all good. We're chilling. What's your YouTube? It's FPL_Liam. Isn't BBC gonna lag with 55 million views? It might, but I'm not streaming on BBC. I'm watching on TV. Bank on Grealish making a difference off the bench. You could do, yeah, but I wouldn't have it, especially because think about it, if England are 1-0 up or 2-0 up, I don't see Grealish coming on in the 60th, right? They're going to be wanting to protect the result. I wouldn't bank on it. But if it goes to extra time and Grealish is subbed on in the 60th minute, he gets 60 minutes of football. So, you know. Oh, what's this? Stop spamming. Okay, let's see. Barella has 0.15 expected goal involvements per 90, which is really not that good. That's like similar to Maguire. Let's see. Let's look at Trippier. Do you have a YouTube? Yeah, it's FPL_Liam. Same as my TikTok. I'm live on there right now. You can see me looking at the stats and everything. Trippier's on 0.09 expected goal involvement per 90, which is not great, is it, realistically? But it's still better than Walker. I think Walker's on 0. Saka, where are you? He's not starting, unfortunately. Are you doing a watch-along? No, I'm not. I don't have the nerves to do a watch-along. Is that your team? Yeah. It doesn't matter what the bookies say. I mean, the bookies haven't been too wrong the whole tournament, so why do you think in the final they're going to be wrong? But also, I'm not going according to the bookies, by the way, because the bookies have a 5% difference between Italy and England keeping a clean sheet, so I'm not going according to the bookies. What is that bit in the bottom right of the live? Distance to be on the list? I have no clue. I'm not doing that. It's literally TikTok doing it. Anyone in the chat, do you know what that is in the bottom right of the live? Literally, I have no clue. Who knows? I have no idea. Okay, let me go to my YouTube stream and have a look at. Let's see. Switch account. Let's see who wants me to look at their team. Okay, let me go to my YouTube stream and have a look. Okay, so if anyone wants me to take a look at their team on like DM me a screenshot of your team on Instagram, and then go to my YouTube stream, which is FPL_Liam, subscribe to my YouTube and say in the chat, I subscribed, and put your @ on Instagram. Please do a watch along, mate. I can't. I'm watching with my family. I can't do a watch along. Sorry. I'll do a reaction video right after the game if you want. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Again, if you don't just say subscribed, give me your @ on Instagram as well, so I can actually know who you are. And then I'll go over to your Instagram and I'll try looking at your team. Haroon Ekbal. Okay, let's go to his Instagram. Who should I pick for captain? You can choose whoever. Harry Kane for me. Who's winning tonight? England. 1-0. 1-0 England. Watch. I'm from the future. Oh, come on now. There we go. Okay, so Haroon has the same team as me. So it's good, Haroon. Very good. Yeah, I wouldn't change anything. If you want to go for a slightly differential move, going for these 5 English defenders or 4 defenders and a goalkeeper is a good idea. If you want ultra differential, you want to literally get 20 points more than everyone else if Italy do keep a clean sheet and win, then go for an all Italy defense. Otherwise, if you want to play it safe, go 2 English, 2 Italian defenders. Okay, let's have a look at another team on Instagram, because that team was too easy to look at, right? Jonathan Connolly, okay. Sidol, you can see how many points I have here on my fantasy team. 355. It's right there. Let's look for this guy's team. Pickford or Donnarumma? Pickford for me. More likely to keep a clean sheet. But it's very close. So again, it depends on whether you're trying to go for a more differential move or not. Jonathan, I can't find your message. Peter Diodic. Let's see. He's got Immobile, Kane, Belotti, Sterling, Insigne, Chiesa, Mount, Stones, Maguire, Trippier, Unai Simon, Pickford, Shaw. So I would start Shaw over Belotti because Belotti will only get 30 minutes. But other than that, your team looks good, mate. Yeah, wouldn't change anything. Let's have a look at another team. Look, the teams are all going to be very similar, right? Because realistically, there's only 2 teams. Oh, hey, Jonathan Connolly. Found it. He's got Immobile, Kane, Berardi, Chiesa, Barella, Bonucci, Shaw, Maguire, Emerson, Stones, Donnarumma, Mount, Sterling. Yeah, so I would start Mount and Sterling over Berardi and Bonucci. Everything else looks good. What will I do to keep first place, please? I would go 4-4-2, Donnarumma, and then either Emerson or Florenzi, depending on who's starting, and Shaw, Trippier, Maguire. And then and then the same 4 and the same 2. With Harry Kane captain, you're almost definitely keeping your place. Should I transfer out Saka for Trippier? I would, yeah. Thinking of benching Maguire for 3 fullbacks and avoid Slabhead's yellow card? Fair enough. I don't think he's going to get booked, but sure. Why play on the bench? Literally to free up money. And I have nothing else to do with my transfer, and I needed the money. Quite simple. Yeah, I think I still would have needed the money, even if I did. Yeah, maybe actually. Maybe I don't need the money. Who knows? Let me check actually. Let's check if I actually do need the money. Is there a link to your YouTube stream? Literally type on YouTube FPL_Liam, the same name as my TikTok, and you'll find it. Saka is starting. Southgate has changed it. Check Sky Sports. I hope you're not trolling. Let's see, because I really hope we play 4-2-3-1. Please tell me you're not trolling. Come on. For everyone asking, is this final? It's only subject to change if the lineups aren't what they were leaked as being, right? So the England lineup was leaked as a 5-2-3 or 3-4-3 with Trippier and Shaw on the wing as wing backs, which is why I've gone for Trippier instead of Walker. And I haven't gone for Saka because Saka's not starting according to that. No, I see nothing about Saka starting, so I have no idea. What's your rank? 16k. I went down from, I think, 7.9k. I had an absolute nightmare. Instead of Morata and Olmo, I took a hit to bring in Oyarzabal and Ferran Torres. Without that, I would be ranked, I think, 10k or 7k. I would be insanely better. So annoying. What team you recommend 4 points behind? I would go for something similar to this. Because you'll have... Basically, if England keep a clean sheet, you'll have probably 2 more defenders than first place. So if you go for this team and England do keep a clean sheet, you'll do so much better. By the way, I did the math. If I followed the teams that I posted on TikTok without making changes in my deadline streams, I'd be ranked something like 1.5k or something like that. Subs aren't useful here, are they? No, Florian, there's no use for your subs whatsoever. Kieran Owen, all the talent players, trust me. You wish, mate, you wish. Immobile isn't doing anything. Well, which other striker would you go for? There's literally 2 strikers in the entire game. It's not like I'm backing them to do something. Mount or Jack? Mount, because even though Jack is the better player, also better fantasy option, Mount is going to play for at least 2 times as long. So I'd go for Mount. On private Insta, you can request to DM me on Instagram. It's the exact same thing. I still see your message. Why not pick at least one Italian defender? Because I want to go very differential. Basically, if England do keep a clean sheet, that would give me around 10 or 12 or 16 points over everyone else, which I think is worth it, because then if England win, I'll celebrate twice. Number 1, I'll probably be 7 or 8k in the world. Number 2, England win the Euros. You should make a channel called FPL Liam, the Cycling FPL Pro. Maybe I might. I went cycling again today. It was very, very fun. Lad, Trippier won't start. You want to bet? Telegraph and Sky both reported that he's starting. I'm not, something's wrong with my Instagram at the moment. Oh, there we go. Zach, let me have a look. He subscribed on YouTube. He's gone for a similar team as me with... so he's got Immobile, Kane, Sterling, Insigne, Mount, Chiesa, Trippier, Walker, Bonucci, Shaw, Donnarumma. I would go... Personally, I would prefer Maguire over Walker, and whichever one of Florenzi or Emerson is starting, I would prefer him over Bonucci. Everything else looks good. Prediction for the game: 1-0 England. Could Trippier get? He could, yeah. Could he get an attacking return? He could. He takes set pieces, and he's gonna put a couple crosses in, I reckon. How many points do you want? 355. Is it rumored to be 5 at the back? Yes, that's the rumor. I'm going to go bold. Exactly. I'm going to go bold. 5 England defenders. All in on England. Lineups? Not out yet, I don't think. Probably around 7:15. News on Berardi. Probably not starting. The only thing that's unknown in the Italy lineup is whether Emerson or Florenzi is starting. Do you play football in a team? I used to, not anymore. Jorginho differential in case of a pen, you could do that, but I'd rather back an attacking mid over a defensive mid or a deep lying playmaker who takes pens. People have stormed Wembley. I feel like people are spamming random things in the chat. Oh no. No, they actually did. What idiots. No way. That's mental. I'm not sure if I meant to show this on stream, but whatever. YouTube, you can enjoy this. When a lineup's out, around 1:45. Arun, you're going to get blocked for putting fake news in the chat if you do that again. Pickford or Donnarumma, IDK who to choose. It depends on whether you want the more differential option or not. I reckon most people in the high ranks will go for Pickford. If you want the more differential option, you can go for Donnarumma. But Pickford plays for the better defense and has the better clean sheet percentage according to the bookies. Barella over Insigne? Never, mate. Insigne is so much better going forward. So Di Lorenzo is starting. Yeah, he's nailed on. Emerson or Florenzi is the question mark, I think. Waika Travali? Because he's 5 mil. He freed up money for me. Oh, okay. You're getting blocked. Muted, not blocked. Can you make subs during the game? No, you can't. You can't change anything after the game kicks off. Is my defender fine? Florenzi, Trippier, Stones, short. Yeah, very good. I'd probably go Maguire over Stones. For people saying full English is very risky, I know. But I'm ranked 16k, so I want to break into the top 10k. Which, yeah, basically, if England keep a clean sheet, I'll have around 8 or 12 points more than the average player, which will push me into the top 10k. But if they don't, I'll probably go down to 30k, which honestly, if I'm not in the top 10k, I don't care if I'm fit around 60k or 16k. What if Arun is right, Liam? If he's right, I'll personally send him a video message apologizing. Is Ben White good for the bench? It doesn't matter. England will concede. Do you think England are more likely to concede than Italy? I don't. All the people you have are starting, right? From what I know, yeah. I really hope not, by the way. I hope the leak for the 5 at the back is messing with Italy. I hope it's just mind games, but the fact that both Sky and Telegraph reported it makes me think it's not just a mind game. Is 60k ranked good? Yeah, it's very good, yeah. Top 14k, very impressive, Gary. Very, very impressive. Loving the shirt, mate. I love it as well. Honestly, I think it's one of the cleanest shirts in the whole tournament. I can see 1-1 draw and penalties. You really think England are going to win? Yes, I know England are going to win. To be fair, if we were starting at a 4 at the back, I would be like 75-80% confident that we'd win. Otherwise, with a 5 at the back, I'm saying it's 50-50. But I have to be biased. I have to say England are going to win. Are you watching at a pub? No, I'm in Italy, so I can't. If I went to a pub and I cheered an England goal, I'd probably get killed. Should I use subs to free up money? That's what I did. Look, I subbed out Ferran Torres for this guy to free up money. Sorry. Bert, how's it going, mate? This popped up on my For You page and I forgot about fantasy. You're welcome, Rihan. You're welcome. Glad you remembered. If I'm up by 10 points, what team should I do? I would go 3 English defenders, 2 Italian defenders. So I would go Donnarumma, and then whichever one of Emerson or Florenzi is starting, which we'll know in like 10 minutes, Pierre Maguire. Why so little Italian? Because I have to gamble. I can't spread my risk evenly because then I'm not going to go up or down in rank. Is Grealish a risk? Yeah, he's a risk. He's a good differential because if he comes on in the 60th minute and does well, not many people are going to have him because everyone's going to change their team up before the deadline once the lineups come out. And according to the leaks, Grealish isn't starting. I'm 120k worldwide. Is that bad? No, you're better than 3.5 million people or 3.4 million people. Yo, this guy's like a double agent in enemy territory. Yeah, exactly, mate. I can't wear this shirt out of my house because I'll get killed. Is that your locked in team? No, I'm waiting for the official lineups to come out because right now I made this team. Lineups are out, really? Wait, let's have a look. Come on now, come on. Please tell me the lineups were wrong. Please. Tell me Trippier's not starting. Tell me he's not starting. Tell me he's not starting. Oh, he's starting. Ah. 5 at the back. Oh, that's awful. Okay, Emerson is starting, by the way. So he would be the Italian defender I'd go for. That's good. At least Emerson is starting. He's their weak link in my opinion. Backing England too much? No such thing. Have you made a score prediction yet? 1-0 in my opinion. 1-0 England. I'm not from Italy. No, I'm not. Unlucky me. Sure. But if you captain Chiesa, I wouldn't go for the English defense, right? You have to bank on a score. You can't go for half and half. You have to guess what score you think is going to be and go according to that. If you think Chiesa is going to score, you can't go for English defenders. So I would go all Italy defense or all Italy defense with 1 or 2 English defenders if you're captaining Chiesa. Can you name the whole lineup? Yeah. Pickford, Walker, Shaw, Rice, Stones, Maguire, Kane, Sterling, Trippier, Phillips, Mount. Based on formation, Pickford in goal, Maguire, Stones, Walker, Shaw, Trippier, Phillips, Rice, Mount, Sterling, Kane. And then Italy based on formation, Donnarumma in goal, Di Lorenzo right back, Bonucci, Chiellini, Emerson, Jorginho Holding, Barella, Verratti, Insigne, Immobile, Chiesa. Who should I replace for Saka? I would bring in another English defender, but that's my personal opinion. If you want, you can go for an Italian defender, play it safer. It's all about what your rank, right? If you're first in the league, you can go for an Italian defender, but if you're trying to chase either a rank or a first place finish, you can go for 5 English defenders, so you get 20 points for an England clean sheet. Are you confirming it? Yeah, let me confirm the team. Let's do it. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with it. Let's go and confirm it. Trippier definitely starting? Yeah, 100%. He's starting. Do you guys think I'm going to wait, right? Surely I wait until like 10 minutes before the deadline because what if someone gets injured, right? In the warm-up. Yeah, I'm not going to confirm it just yet. Grealish for Mount as a differential, sure, but the issue is, remember, if England are 1 or 2-0 up, I don't see Grealish coming on in the 60th minute. They're probably going to wait for the 70th or 75th minute. Why not Saka? Because he's not starting. Yeah, wait. Yeah, I'm waiting. Oh my god, not another person. The team has been revealed. Yeah. Are you live on YouTube? I think so. Am I still live? Yeah. I think I am. Do you guys want to see more teams? Do you want to see me reviewing more teams on Instagram? Okay. Let's see. Bartos, Viara. Zoff, Viara. Let's have a look at your team. Mount or Grealish as a risk, I would still go Mount. Love this guy, carried me through my league. Happy to hear it, Douglas. Very happy to hear it. It's coming to Rome. Good joke, mate. Good joke. Why have you got Pickford and GG? Because I had Donnarumma in my team already. I figure if Pickford gets struck by lightning at 7:59, it helps me. Bartos Viara, if you're still in the stream, he's got Immobile, Kane, Sterling, Insigne, Barella, Chiesa, Bonucci, Shaw, Emerson, Florenzi, Donnarumma. So he's banking on an Italy win. His name sounds Italian. So if you're banking on Italy to win, that's the perfect team in my opinion, yeah. But I would go for Di Lorenzo over Florenzi because Florenzi is not starting. Verratti or Barella. Barella's more attacking. So I would go Barella. If anyone wants me to review their team personally, go to my Instagram and DM me a screenshot of your team. Then go to my YouTube, which is FPL_Liam, and type your @ on Instagram, so your username on Instagram, and say I subscribed. Nice Italy shirt. It's not an Italy shirt, it's an England shirt. 3 lines on the shirt. Never stop me dreaming. Whatever. Can you show my team? I can show it if you subscribe to my YouTube. Put in the chat your Instagram name, then I'll do it. Yeah. Should I take a -4 hit to take out Florenzi? Nah, it's not worth it. Forza Italy? Good joke, mate. Good joke. You Indian though? I'm not Indian, mate. I'm not. I have no Indian DNA whatsoever. Italy or England defense? England for me. Barella or Stones? Stones. Are you reviewing FPL teams or just Euro Fantasy? Louis, I'll review FPL teams at a different stream, not before the final. I'll probably get some streams going in like the month we have before the Premier League starts. Why the full English defense? I'm taking a calculated risk based on my rank, and I'm saying if England concede, I think Italy will concede too, because I don't see England not scoring. Even though the 5 at the back kind of messes that logic up, but that's my gamble, right? And I'm outside the top 10k at the moment. I'm ranked 16k, but I'm about like 7 points or 8 points from the top 10k. So the 5 English defenders who I get points from, if they keep a clean sheet, I'd get 4 points from each. That's 20 points. I reckon most others will go with maximum 3 English defenders. So I've got between 8 and 12 points over everyone else. Trippier isn't starting, mate. I recommend you head over to all the lineups because Trippier is unfortunately starting. It's a back 4 for England today. It's not. It's 5 with Trippier at right wing back. So Adam James has Harry Kane, Sterling, Insigne, Mount, Chiesa, Trippier, Shaw, Stones, Maguire, Emerson, Pickford. I would personally start Immobile over Emerson, but if you want to take the risk, go for it. It's a back 3. 3 and 5 are the same thing, but it's more of a back 5 than a back 3 because they're playing players who tend to play as left back and right back in a back 4 at left wing back and right wing back. So you can call it a back 5 or a back 3. It doesn't really matter. Okay, let's have a look. FTBL report needs my help. He's second in his league. FTBL report, how many points are you off top of the league? Type it in the chat if you're in the chat. Why not Walker? Because Trippier is more attacking than Walker. He takes some set pieces as well. Why not 4-5-1? Because which five would I go for? I don't think I'm missing too much by not going for Barella or Jorginho. No other English attacking mid is starting, so I think it kind of forces you to go 4-4-2. Okay, well I can't. Okay, there we go. Wait, what? Barella for Immobile. Nah, surely you can't go for Barella over Immobile. Immobile's got far better attacking numbers. He's a striker compared to a centre mid. No logic dictates that you should go for Barella over Immobile. Surely not. I literally can't see FTBL report. It's not. It just answer the question. I can't see the screenshot. Ryan O'Quinn. Let me have a look at your team quickly. Barella or Mount? I would go Mount. He's more attacking, and he's going to play as part of a front three. Thoughts on a Pickford, Di Lorenzo, Emerson, Trippier, Shaw? If you're top of the league, I would do that. If you're trying to chase a rank or you're trying to catch up to first, I would not do that. I'd go for your entire defense from the same national team. Ryan Quinner has got Pickford, Emerson, Maguire, Shaw, Trippier, Insigne, Sterling, Case, and Mount. Perfect team. Yeah, I wouldn't change anything. How do I send you my team? If you screenshot your team and DM it to me on Instagram, my Instagram is linked to my TikTok profile. And then go to my YouTube channel, which is FPL_Liam, subscribe. And then type in the chat, I subscribe, and put your @ on Instagram. Then I'll look for your @ from the YouTube stream. And I'll find you. Agir Guzzle. Let's have a look at your team. Agir Guzzle has Immobile, Kane, Sterling, Chiesa, Saka, Barella. Okay, so instead of Saka, I'd go for Mount. And then I'd rather go for an England defender over Barella, but it's up to you. Everything else looks good to me. Also, I'd go for Trippier over Stones because he's more attacking than him. What happens if I don't use my Limitless? Nothing bad happens, but you might as well just use it because, I mean, why not, right? Just go for it. But nothing happens. If you don't use Limitless, you explode. You get minus 100 points. Why is Foden not on bench? Apparently he's injured. That was the rumor. Let's look. Wait, first, let's copy paste. Go here. Go here. Stones or Emerson? I would personally go Stones. He's more likely to keep a clean sheet. Joint first, do I go differential or not? I would go, pick one Italy defender. That's what I would do. Best Italian captain, Chiesa for me. He's the lowest owned of their front three. Why not Walker? Basically because Trippier is more attacking than him, and England's two centre-backs are more likely to score than Walker. Walker's basically our most defensive player. Trippier, Mount, Chiesa, Pickford. Three points behind with Limitless. What to do? I would go for more or less the same team as me. 3 points will be enough to catch up if England do keep a clean sheet. Grealish or Berardi? Grealish for me. He's far better coming off the bench. Thoughts on Insigne captain? Sure, yeah, probably the second best Italian captain option after Chiesa. They've got very similar underlying numbers. So Chiesa has 0.38 expected goal involvement per 90. Insigne's got 0.49. You know what? I'd go for Insigne over Chiesa as captain. I think Insigne is the best captain from Italy. Stones or Trippier? Trippier by far. More attacking. Do you think having a defender as captain is better? More likely for clean sheet than goals? Maybe, but I wouldn't back it. The thing is, let me explain to you that why I always prefer going for an attacker over a defender. Basically, an attack, this may be dumb logic, but tell me if you agree with it, right? Harry Kane, for example, he can score in the first second of the game and in the last second of the game. He can score at any point, giving him potential to get a return the whole game, and he's a striker, so he's the most likely to get that attacking return, either an assist or a goal. Meanwhile, a defender like John Stones, who's not that likely to get an attacking return, he can concede at any minute in the game, right? He can concede in the first minute and in the last minute. Whenever he concedes, you lose all the points you were hoping for from him. That's why I always prefer going for an attacker captain over a defender captain. What to do to stay first? I would go 3 England defenders, 2 Italy defenders. So I'd probably go Donnarumma, Emerson, Shaw, Trippier, Maguire, Mount, Chiesa, Insigne, Sterling, Kane, Immobile. Can you make subs in the final? No, you cannot. Is Jorginho a shout because he takes pens? He is, but are you really going to prefer to bank on Jorginho getting a penalty over either Mount? You're probably thinking of him either over Mount or over one of the defenders. But I don't think Jorginho is more likely to get a penalty goal than England are to keep a clean sheet. Which two? Bonucci, Di Lorenzo, Emerson? Emerson and Bonucci for me. Because in the semi-final, Italy essentially in possession transitioned to a back three of Di Lorenzo, Bonucci, Chiellini, letting Emerson bomb forward. So I prefer Emerson over Di Lorenzo. And I also think Bonucci's long balls could be a threat against England's three at the back. Is it worth taking Grealish over Stones? Potentially, but the issue is if England are winning, which by the way, it's not an issue, I would love that. But if England are winning, Grealish won't come on that early. So I'd rather bank on someone who's starting. Could Shaw be a good captain? Yeah, but the second Italy score, he loses most of his potential. Who's best Italian defender? Emerson is the most attacking one, so I'd go for him. I recommended him last week as well, and he exceeded my expectations. Worth taking a hit for Trippier if I'm 6 points clear? No, definitely not worth it. Unless you can't field the starting 11. If you can't field the starting 11, you can consider it. But maybe not. My prediction, by the way, is that Trippier gets subbed off at half-time when we change to a 4 at the back. That's my prediction. I hope I'm wrong. Rashford, Saka, Berardi. Probably Berardi, because honestly I think he's the most likely of the three to come on. I don't think Saka is a player that you sub on for impact. He's someone you start for a game plan, right? Uses football IQ to your advantage, but I don't think I would sub him on. Maguire or Stones? Probably Maguire, because England tend to target set pieces to Maguire, so he can either get an assist or a goal from his huge head. Emerson or Di Lorenzo? Emerson is more attacking. Have the lineups come out? Yep, they have. Insigne or Chiesa for captain? Kane. Team reviews? Yeah, let me go to Instagram again to look at some of your teams. FTBL report. I would go, instead of Emerson, to protect your rank and to make sure you finish first, I would go for Trippier over Emerson. That's the one change I would make to your team. Everything else looks good to me. Wait. Ignore that. I would go for Pickford over Donnarumma and keep Emerson. Why Pickford over Donnarumma? More likely to keep a clean sheet. That's simple. You're relying on England to keep a clean sheet? I am, yeah. Basically, I'm thinking if England do happen to keep a clean sheet, Oh, you're getting mute. Anyone who says fake news in the chat gets muted. Basically, Pickford plays for the better defence. So England have 0.54 expected goals conceded per 90 compared to Italy's 0.82, making them roughly, 40% better defensively based on chances conceded. And the bookies give Pickford a 5% better chance of keeping a clean sheet. Jamie Merrill, let's have a look at your team. Immobile, Kane, Sterling, Insigne, Chiesa, Barella, Mount, Shaw, Maguire, Emerson, Donnarumma. Perfect team to protect your rank in my opinion, perfect. I would consider going Trippier over Barella, but everything else looks good. Mount or Grealish? Mount. I'm top of my league with Limitless left. Which defense should I use? If you're top of your league, I would go Shaw, Maguire, Trippier. Emerson instead of Stones and Donnarumma instead of Pickford. Bonucci or Stones? Stones for me if you're trying to not go differential. If you want to go differential, then you can go Bonucci. Should I take a hit to get rid of Saka? Probably not, no. I wouldn't. If you have Sterling, Insigne, Chiesa, I wouldn't take a hit to go Mount for Saka. Let's look at more news on Twitter about the game. Emerson or Bonucci? Emerson is far more attacking. I'd go for Emerson. Bonucci or Walker? If you're 20 points off top of the league, I would go for 5 Italian defenders. I'd go Donnarumma and then Italy's back 4. Otherwise, you're never catching him. This is it, Liam. This is it, George. I'm so nervous. I have a bad feeling now. I've backed England since the first game, but with a 5 at the back, I'm so nervous. Italy did so well against the 3-4-3 with Belgium, and Southgate decides to play another 3-4-3. I'm so worried. Donnarumma or Pickford? Pickford, if you want the safer option. If you want the differential option, you can go for Donnarumma. Phillips had a 1-0. I reckon Kane from outside the box, 1-0. That's my prediction. Trippier or Maguire? Trippier is more attacking. I'd go for Trippier, but I'd probably go both. Do subs mean anything? No. Mount, Jorginho or Verratti? Mount. Let's look at Verratti's stats. I haven't even checked them. Where are you in your league? I think I'm 56th, 54, something like that. I'm in the 50s. Yeah, Verratti has 0.28 expected goal involvements per 90. Let's see who he got most of them against. Let's have a look. No, there we go. Wait. Grealish or Sterling for captain? I would say Sterling over Grealish by far. You have a nice nose. I appreciate it. I think it's a bit similar to Donnarumma's nose, which is why everyone tells me I look like him. Bonucci or Chiellini? Bonucci for me. Do some YouTube teams. Okay, I'll have a look at some more in a second. Sorry, my throat is messed up from talking for so long. Yeah, almost all of Verratti's expected goal involvements were against Wales, so I wouldn't look at his numbers too closely. He had no expected goal involvements against Spain, so I wouldn't go for him over Mount, for example. Who you captaining? Big man Harry Kane. He's one of our own. I'm an Arsenal fan. Harry Kane is one of our own. Yeah, let's look at some more teams from YouTube. Owen Mills, 08, let's have a look. It's crazy to me to think that someone who was born in 08 is 13 now. Crazy. Let's have a look. He's got Immobile, Kane, Sterling, Insigne, Mount, Chiesa, Calvin Phillips, Shaw, Maguire, Emerson, Donnarumma. The team is perfect except for Phillips. But it's probably too late for you to make any changes at this point. I just think Phillips he's not likely to get an attacking return. I'd rather go for even Barella over him, or I'd go for a defender. In my personal team, I went for 4 defenders because I don't think there are 5 good midfield options. Can you give us some differentials? Yeah, my favorite. I'm not in 08. It's just a favorite number. Fair enough for O-Mills. Sorry for making you feel young. My favorite differential move this week is by either going for a keeper and 4 defenders from England, or a keeper and 4 defenders from Italy. The England option is a differential move, but it's a bit less differential because the England team's ownership is about 3 times that of the Italy team. Well, at least defensively speaking, right? So, but if you're really in desperate need of a differential, then you can go for the Italy option. 1 second, I opened my window, but the sprinklers are off. Wait. I need to. Fan on 0. There we go. I got Trippier and Pickford on my bench. Can I sub them on now and get the points when they play? No. Oh, sorry. If you sub them on now, you can, but not during the game. No, you have to do it now, like before kickoff, basically. Oh, I can't open it. Trippier or Barella? I would go Trippier. He has a clean sheet potential and he takes a lot of set pieces, so he could get an attacking return. Who do you pick as an outside the box captain? I would go for either. I think Chiesa is probably the best outside the box captain, but like a complete outside the box captain would be someone like Emerson or Trippier. Are you on vacation? I am, yeah. Best Italian defender? Emerson for me, because in possession, at least against Spain, they could go for different tactics against England, but who knows? They basically played a back 3 and then with Emerson bombing up in possession, right? Without possession, they press in either a 4-3-3 or a 4-5-1, which is why, in my opinion, the 3-4-3 for England is suicidal. You're giving them the perfect setup because each one of the front 3 takes an England centre-back and they completely break down on playing out from the back. But I hope I'm wrong. Barella or Maguire for me. Do bench get points? No, they don't. Trippier or Walker? Trippier. What about an England back 4 plus Emerson? Yeah, good option. I would just be worried about which attacker you're giving up on. So, for example, if Immobile scores that, and you don't have him because you gave up on him for a defender, and both teams concede, that puts you in a bad situation. I'd rather cover the Italian front 3 and the English front 3. So basically, if someone scores, I have him in my team. To take out Phillips, you have to take a hit. Don't do it then. Keep him in your team. It's not worth taking a hit. Stones or Trippier? Trippier for me. More attacking. Barella or Chiesa? Chiesa, way more attacking. Stones or Trippier? Trippier. Barella or Saka? Barella because he's starting. All English defense or mixed defense? I'm 1 point ahead in my mini league. Look at what team the second place person has, and then target. Have more players from the team that he has more players from, and then have 1 or 2 defenders from the defense that he has less from, basically. So try to match his team. Why Trippier over Walker? Because Trippier is going to play right wing back, whereas Walker will play right centre back. And Trippier takes some set pieces for England, so you obviously are going to go for Trippier over Walker, right? Barella or Mount. Di Lorenzo or Maguire. Maguire for me, more likely to keep a clean sheet and more likely to get an attack in return, because everyone knows Maguire loves a header in a big game. Barella or Verratti. Probably Barella, but Verratti actually has the better underlying numbers. 1 second. Insigne or Chiesa captain. Insigne has the better underlying numbers. I'd go for him. If you want a differential option, you can go for Chiesa instead. But based on pure attacking output, I would say Insigne. How many points do you want? 355. Should be 365, but I choked in my last deadline stream. Maguire or Stones? I would go Maguire. Barella Mount, bro, gonna miss these streams. The streams are gonna keep going for FPL, so no need to miss them just yet. Football's going to Rome, mate. It's not. Wishful thinking. I need 2 defenders. Who? Trippier. Sure, the 2 best defenders. Trippier, good differential captain to make a points. Yeah, look, if you're 20 points behind first place, you captain Trippier, he gets 10 points. You're laughing, right? And if Trippier would only need a goal, a clean sheet and an assist to get 10 points, which is unreal to think about. Well, he'd get 9, but yeah. Kane or Sterling captain? Kane. Please answer Pickford or Donnarumma. I'm top of my league. Pickford. But if you're top of your league, then maybe you'd go 3 English defenders and 2 Italy defenders, and 2 like Italy defender and Donnarumma, but 1v1, I prefer Pickford over Donnarumma. If England, I'm not even going to read that. Too sad to think about. Stones or Emerson? Emerson, if you don't want to go all English defence. Otherwise, you can go for Stones. 10 points behind, what do I do? I would go for the same strategy I've gone for. Go for your entire defence from the same team. And then if they keep a clean sheet, you make up the rank against your friend. Because your friend is probably going to go 3-2 or 2-3. They're not going to go all in on one defense because they're going to want to play it safe. So you have to take a huge risk, gamble on which team you think is going to keep a clean sheet. Team reviews on YouTube. Yeah, let me head over to the stream again. So again, if you want me to review your team on your team, DM me a screenshot of your team, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and put in the chat I subscribed. Let's have a look at some more DMs. Ariane has gone for Immobile, Kane, Sterling, Insigne, Barella, Chiesa, Shaw, Stones, Maguire, Emerson, Pickford. Yeah, the team you have is very good for holding on to your rank, I'd say. I like it. Team locked in. It's not actually locked in, but it's 100% the team I'm going for, yeah. I'm waiting in case someone pulls a muscle in the warm-up. So I'm going to lock it in 10 minutes beforehand. Yep. Anyone who's on my YouTube stream can see this. There's a guy called EBL 2017 on Twitter. He's an absolute football genius. And he says that with the 4-2-3-1, England are the clear favourites. But now, with the 3-4-3, or however you want to call it, the England 5 at the back formation, it gives Italy the upper hand tactically. Because Italy do so well against the 3 at the back. Mount or Shaw? Shaw for me. 1 second, let me get water. Jorginho or Berardi? Berardi. Nah, Jorginho. In case they get a penalty. Berardi's not going to start. For England defenders, it's hella risky. It is very risky, but it's worth it. How do you change priority for subs? Same way you change a sub into like your starting 11, you can change your subs around. Liam, check Insta. Let me have a look. Evan, let's see. Evan, you legend. How's it going? Immobile, Kane, Sterling, Insigne, Chiesa, Barella, Shaw, Di Lorenzo, Emerson, Alba, Donnarumma. Evan, if you're trying to chase a rank, I would go for English players instead of your Italian ones in defense. But if you're happy with your rank, you can go Trippier instead of Alba and then start Mount over Barella. That would be the safest way to play, in my opinion. If you try video calling me on Instagram, I will block you. Let's block this guy. How do I do that? Well, I won't respond to you anyway. Okay. We have the exact same team, fair enough. 40 points behind with Limitless, mate. You're not going to win, I'm sorry. Go for fun players. You can't catch 40 points. But go for the four at the back for Italy, right? Go for their entire defense and Donnarumma, captain Emerson, and hope for the best. What's YouTube so I can subscribe? FPL_Liam. Are you watching at home or going out? I'm watching at home with the family. Because I'm in Italy, in like my parents' home in Italy, so I have no choice but to stay home. Should I copy you to catch someone? Sure, go for it, but it's not as fun if you copy someone. Kieran, how's it going? Barella for either Bonucci or Mount. You're trying very hard for England clean sheet. You're relying very hard. I am, yeah. It's a risk. I have to take a risk because I want to break into the top 10k. If I play it safe, I'm going to stay in the same rank. Chris Garson, don't worry about it. I'm not going to block you, but just don't call me again. Florian Zafari, 55th in Netherlands. Have you been taking my advice or have you been going by according to your own advice? I'm wondering if I've been helping you or you helped yourself. 55th in Netherlands is unreal, mate. Well done. He's got Kane, Sterling, Insigne, Barella, Mount, Chiesa, Trippier, Shaw, Di Lorenzo, Emerson, Donnarumma. Yeah, your team is perfect for holding on to your rank. Florian. Sure, if I'd go yeah, I like your team. I'd stick with it. It's good. But I'd captain Kane over Chiesa to play it safe. Mr. 26.12. Let's have a look. He's got Kane, Immobile, Sterling, Insigne, Mount, Chiesa, and then Italy's four defenders and Donnarumma. Yeah, as a differential team, it's perfect. I wouldn't change anything. And for me, as you can tell, I've done the opposite. I've gone for all England, but it's up to you. I'm captaining Mount. He's finally going to turn up. I hope so. I have a good feeling about Mount today as well. Mount against Jorginho could do bits, in my opinion, but let's see. Stones or Emerson, please reply. Again, it depends on whether you're trying to hold your rank or go for a differential move. I would, if you're mixing up England and Italy defenders, I would go Emerson over Stones. But if you're loading up on one defense, I wouldn't break your rank to go Stones to Emerson. Barella or Bonucci? Bonucci for me. I prefer defender over him. Emerson or Barella? I'd go Emerson. Joint first. Do I play it safe or go for differential? I would go slightly differential. So I would go like, instead, for example, if I was joint first, or if I was like top 8k or something, I was happy with my rank, I'd go for Emerson over Stones and keep everything else the same. I'm 6 points behind first. Who should I captain? Honestly, I would still captain Kane, but what I would change is I'd go for all of your defense from the same team. That would be enough to catch up that difference, in my opinion. It should be anyway. Because basically, I imagine your person who's first in your league will probably go 3 English or 2 Italian, or 3 Italian and 2 English, or 2 and 2 with Barella in midfield. But if you go for 5 from the same team, and that team keeps a clean sheet, you're going to get minimum 8 over him, which means you'll break that 6 point difference. By the way, guys, I'm going to end the stream half an hour before the game starts, purely because I want to get into the game and all that. I don't want to end the stream right when the game kicks off. Jorginho has a differential. As captain, never. As a player, yeah, go for it. But not as a captain. I'm first. How would I keep it safe? First of all, I would go to the person who's second in your league and make sure that what I'm saying makes sense. I imagine he's got some Italian defenders and some English defenders, and then he's probably going to go for the same front 6, right? Let's be honest. He might go for Barella as well. If he has Barella in his team, he's not going to transfer him out. So if second has Barella, I would get Barella in and this front 6, and then go for a back 3 with a goalkeeper. I would go Donnarumma, Emerson, Shaw, Trippier. That would keep you safe. Joe McShane, let's have a look. Yeah, perfect team. He's got Immobile, Kane, Verratti, Insigne, Barella, Chiesa. Oh, not so perfect. No, he's got no Sterling. Oh my days. I hope you're Italian. I hope you're Italian. Oh, that's an Irish name, I think, or Scottish. He's Scottish. He's got Celtic there. Yeah. Okay, he's Scottish. The fact you've gone 8 Italy, but I will say, even if you've gone 8 Italy, I'd rather go for 8 as in Donnarumma, Emerson, Chiellini, Di Lorenzo, Bonucci, and then instead of Verratti, I'd go for Sterling, and instead of Barella, I'd go for Mount. But you've got skin in the game as a Scottish football fan, so you were probably betting against England, so I can't comment on that. But just my personal advice: Barella or Mount. Stones or Maguire? Maguire, he's got the better attacking threat. Purely by watching, you can see how England target their corners and set pieces to Maguire or to Kane. They never target them to Stones. Maguire's got 0.11 expected goal involvement per 90 compared to Stones. Let's see. I've never checked this, but I just imagine that's how it's going to be. Wait, let's look. Stones has 0.06, yeah. So Maguire's got double the attacking potential. Wait 1 second, my dog is trying to break into my door. Max, you little terrorist. Max, come on. Look at this legend. Max, say hi. Maxie, hello. Are they playing now? Kickoff is in 40 minutes. What to do with Limitless? It depends on your rank and your place in your mini league, basically. If you're trying to break into top 10k, you're trying to get top of your league, and you're 20 or 30 points behind, then you can go for a full Italian defense with Donnarumma in goal as well. But if you want to play it safe and hold on to your first place finish, and because you're already in first or already in top 10k or top 100k, whatever you're aiming for, then you can go for the same team as me, basically, with Donnarumma and what's his name, Emerson at left centre back instead of Stones, with Shaw. Trippier. I would go Trippier because he takes set pieces. He's more attacking. He's playing right wing back. He's probably going to bomb forward on Emerson's side. I'd go for him. Differential captain, Insigne, I guess. Sterling, Chiesa, all decent differential captains. Ultra differential, Kieran Trippier for me. What's his ownership looking like? Wait, let's have a look. Yeah, Trippier's got 5% ownership, so, I mean, he's the ultimate differential captain, isn't he? Can you accept? Oh yeah, let me have a look at some more teams, because I have 9 more minutes left in the stream. Let's have a look at some more teams. Johnny Barlow, please help. Should I go all out England so I can get back 7 points from second? Yes, I would, yeah. So I would take out Oyarzabal, it's not Damsgaard, Dumfries, Di Lorenzo, and Bonucci, and I'd bring in English defenders, basically, yeah. And Pickford for Donnarumma. Liam Insta, let me have a look, Evan. Final team thoughts. He's gone Immobile, Kane, Sterling, Insigne, Mount, Chiesa, captain. Chiellini, Shaw, Di Lorenzo, Emerson, Donnarumma. Evan, are you trying to play it safe? I thought you were. If you're trying to play it safe, Captain Kane, please. Everything else looks good. If you want to send me your team, go to the Instagram linked in my TikTok profile and send me a screenshot of it. I'll see it. Let's see some more people in my YouTube stream if anyone wants to see it. Kevin. Wait, it's reload. Johnny Barlow. I think I've responded to you. Let's look. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think I responded to that. Next, we've got Kevin. Legend Kevin. He subscribed with notifications. But I don't see your team, Kevin. Oh, there we go. What defense should I play? I would go Pickford, Trippier, Maguire, Shaw, Mount, Chiesa, Insigne, Sterling, Kane, Immobile. That's what I would do. Liam, remember I'm Scottish. Oh, Evan. Sorry, I forgot. Yes, okay, fair enough then. Yeah, Captain Chiesa. Ignore me. Who do I sub Trippier in for Maguire, Shaw, Chiellini, Mount, or Jorginho? Jorginho for me. Joe, let's have a look. Or Jay McGann. I assume her name's Joe. No idea why. Let's have a look. He's got Donnarumma, Emerson, Maguire, Shaw, Chiesa, Mount, Insigne, Sterling, Kane, Immobile, Belotti. Instead of Belotti, basically, I'd go for someone who's a good starter. So I'd go for a defender instead of Marler. Everything else looks good. So I'd probably go, let's say, Trippier for Marler and start him over Belotti. How do I send you my team? On Instagram. It's linked to my TikTok profile. Should I captain Mount or Trippier? I would captain Trippier over Mount. How ain't Phillips that? Phillips is a great player, don't get me wrong. He's just not a very attacking player. So for fantasy football, he's not a good option. Both FPL and Euro Fantasy. What about Jorginho? I wouldn't start Jorginho ahead of someone like Trippier because they have similar attacking threat, whereas Jorginho doesn't get the clean sheet points that Trippier does. Let's have a look at some more teams quickly. Is this team good for holding rank? To hold rank, I would say go, instead of Stones, I would go for Emerson. Yeah, I would go Emerson for Stones, and that would be good for holding rank. Maybe even Donnarumma for Pickford as well. Yeah, to play it safe. Not one Italy defender, not one. Basically, because I'm trying to break into the top 10k, I have to play it safe. Quilter, see you, mate. Don't worry about having to go. It's all good. I have to go in 5 minutes as well. No Italian defender? No, none. Walker or Italian mid? It depends which Italian mid. If it's like one of them, if it's not Insigne or Chiesa, I would say Walker. Are you doing a watch along? No, I'm not. I'm way too nervous, mate. I'm way too nervous. I'm not even thinking straight. Stones or Maguire? Maguire. How have we got the exact same team? Because there's 22 players, and of those 22, I would never consider Jorginho, Verratti, Phillips, or Rice, which basically leaves all the same players. Trippier, Emerson? Trippier for me. But it depends on which team you think is going to keep a clean sheet, right? They've got very similar odds of keeping a clean sheet. It's all about what you're betting on. I'm betting on an England clean sheet. It's coming to Rome. Very funny, mate. Very funny. Stones or Barella? Stones. Why no Italian defense? Basically, I'm taking a calculated risk based on the fact that I want to be in the top 10k, and I'm currently in ranked 16k. My gamble is that if England keep a clean sheet, I'll be ranked like 8 or 7k. If England don't and Italy do, first of all, that's pretty unlikely to happen in my opinion, based on how I see the game going. Which means that even if that does happen, I'll probably go down to 30k, and it makes no difference to me whether I'm 16k or 30k. I couldn't care less, but I do care if I'm 8k or 16k. So I'd rather have that upside rather than play it safe and keep my rank. Harry Maguire captain? Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Enjoy it. Would you back a Shaw captaincy? I'd prefer captaining Harry Kane in my opinion, but if you want a differential, you want to take a gamble, go for it. I just think Shaw's the better Shaw's the worst captain option of the two. Let's see, have a look at your team again. Yes, Gerard Gilbertson has Immobile, Kane, Sterling, Insigne, Barella, Mount, Chiesa, Shaw, Maguire, Emerson, Donnarumma. Your team is perfect for keeping your rank. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Jay McGann has Immobile, Kane, Sterling, Insigne, Mount, Chiesa, Trippier, Shaw, Maguire, Emerson, Donnarumma. Yeah, perfect for keeping your rank. Very good. Risky 5 England at the back. Very risky, very. But it could pay off. William H, I'm going to have a really similar team to you in Euro Fantasy, but in FPL I'm going to have a different one. You've got the Italian badge in your name, and you've gone for a similar team as me. Mate, sort it out. I've got 3 at the back. I'm focusing more on attacking potential than defending, as it's too risky. Fair enough. I just don't think any of the other midfielders or attackers have that much attacking potential, because they either are going to start on the bench or they're going to play in midfield as either 8s or 6s. So I'm not going to back them to get an attacking return. The FIFA RTG, I have the same team as you, but should I put in Emerson? I would bring Emerson in if you want to protect your rank. You want to play it safer. But if you want to break into a high rank, you have to take some risks, which I think going Stones over Emerson is a risk, but it could pay off. Which goalkeeper do you think will make more saves? Honestly, I back Pickford over Donnarumma because the way Italy play, they take a lot of low XG shots, whereas England, they try to create high XG chances, but they don't take useless shots. So I back Pickford to get more saves, but who knows? Who knows? Neither one is going to get like 8 or 9, like Schmeichel. Alright guys, one more minute. Get your questions in quickly and I'll answer them. Barella, Emerson. Stones or Maguire. What are the subs for? Literally nothing. I put this sub in to afford my transfers. He's useless. Where's the Oswald on the bench? Because why would I waste a transfer on him? The bench is meaningless. Are you confirming it? Yeah, I'll confirm it like 20 minutes before kickoff once everyone finishes warming up, basically. Score prediction, 1-0 England. I'm from the future. 1-0 England. Bye Hockey Theo. Stones or Trippier? Trippier. It's coming home, boys. It's coming home. Come on. It's coming home. I hope. Please, come on. It is coming home. Come on. I'm so nervous. I'm losing it. What's your... Oh, too late. I'm not going to look. 2-1 England. Yeah, I'll take 2-1. I'll take any England win. England win on penalties, I'll take it. I'll take anything. Is it coming Rome or home? Home. Home, by far. Belotti or Jorginho? Jorginho. Football is coming home. It's coming home, boys. Look, Max, what do you think? Is football coming home? Tell them what you think. Is it coming home? I think it's coming home. What do you think, Max? Come on. It's coming home. It's coming home. All right. Best of luck, boys. Come on. Let's hope for the best. Di Lorenzo or Walker. Jorginho, Barella. Okay. I'm done. See you, boys. Good luck. Best of luck. I'll do a stream reacting to the game after the game. So join me right like 5-10 minutes after kickoff. All right. See you, boys.